This is Perry with Pittsburgh Modular Synthesizers. I'm here to talk about some of our new modules and systems we're coming out with this year. As you may notice, we're focusing more on the Lifeforms aesthetic with our gear. We got a really good response with the SV1 and the KB1 that came out last year, and we really love this sort of the matte gray finish, and it makes it look like a complete system. What we have here is actually our sort of new premier flagship system, the Foundation Evo, and it contains a lot of the new stuff that we're releasing, as well as some of the stuff we've already had. You may recognize the KB1, the MIDI 3, our analog delay, but some stuff that's premiering right here at the show for the first time is our double Helix Oscillator. It has two analog oscillators, same core as our other modules, but this time we've added a wave folder in there. Basically takes the waveform and bends it back on itself at its peaks and adds some really nice harmonics. Give you a really rich sound. We've done a bit of normaling under the panel, so you don't have to patch into each section, but it's fully breakable. You can add and subtract anything you want. That's all running through our new dynamic impulse filter circuit. We've got a standalone module here, but it's the same circuit, designed by Michael Johnson. It's based on the low-pass gate, the classic low-pass gate, but it doesn't require Vactral, which actually gives you the ability to adjust the decay time as if you were adding or subtracting different Vactrals into the system. Still gives you the very plucky sounds, but you can adjust just how tight it is and sort of the slope of the decay. Also acts as sort of a VCA. All of that in this one module runs through our router. You've got two modulation sources that are normaled in there, and you can basically play around with different modulation sources until you find what you like. Kind of allows you to bypass patching things manually. Gives you lots of options to go with. So we're really proud of this new voice here. We also have a slew of really handy utility modules, new Adsr with a couple settings, and inverted output. This 4-channel mixer is really handy. You have 4 channels which can be summed to a single output, or you can do two channel mixers, or you can do 4 attenuators, or any combination of those. So really it's kind of a multi-tool of mixing. A buffered mult for splitting your volt per octaves without losing any voltage. Like I said, the dynamic impulse filter, the great plucky sound. Send out the kind of hear that almost woodblocky kind of sound to it. I've been sending that through our analog delay. It's really nice organic sounds. Also a nice little toolbox here. We've got a self-cycling envelope. We have some logic, sample and hold, and another LFO. So this system as a whole is pretty much our deluxe model. It's everything we've worked the most on, and it's supposed to give you basically a variety of East Coast, West Coast, experimental, whatever you need. And it all runs through this new mixer, which is a great handy performance tool. 6-channel mixer. Several different options. You have some auxiliary sends, so you can do an effects loop if you like. We have this overdrive setting, so you can add some nice soft limiting to your signal, or if you use a lower level signal like a guitar, you can actually bring it up to synth level and process it through your Eurorack modules. You can have a separate mix in your headphones, so you can cue things as you're going. It makes it a little easier to use your modular live. So that's a selection of the new modules we're coming out with. We have this one, we have a smaller Foundation 4, which is a full row and then space to expand. And then we have a selection of new desktop cases as well. So yeah, check it out, PittsburghModular.com.
Can I ask you a couple of questions? They probably won't be picked up well by the mic.
That's all right.
I need to repeat my question.
Oh, gotcha.
So, first of all, it sounds great.
Thank you.
It sounds very musical. Some of the, like the wave folding you're talking about, brings out some really musical tones.
Thank you.
You don't have to repeat that, but I just want to tell you. Are these modules available separately or only as a system?
Ah, gotcha. We are currently offering these modules both as a complete system and individually. You can buy each of these modules standalone if you already have a rack that you just want to add more modules to. Yeah, either are available for sale at most dealers.
And what, as far as live performance goes, what was the thinking, like what sort of engineering or design did they put in that really focused towards live performance?
Well, yeah, we're big fans of live performance with modular. We understand that it's a very powerful studio tool, but when you improvise on a modular system, it really allows you to come up with sounds that you may not have come up with normally when you're forced to improvise. So we wanted to make it a little easier. The normaling is certainly an aspect of that. It allows you to use less cables to make patches that are pretty common, you know, through areas that you would normally be patching anyway. And like I said, the mixer module is a very handy multi-channel tool, so you can set up several different patches and bring them in and out as you like to create sort of segments to your songs. Just gives you a lot more control. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you.